Hey, in this video, we're going to discuss how to pay your contractors. In this show, we talk about entrepreneurship and investing for value. So, the first thing you got to realize when you want to pay your contractors is that you need a schedule. The schedule that you discuss with your hard money lender is very important. So, all the items that need to be done for your house should be on the schedule. So, if you have drywall, floors, plumbing, electrical, roofing, every single item needs to be on the schedule. It's called an itemized list. Now, with this itemized list, there must be a contract in place that says, for these amount of things, I will pay you X amount of dollars. You sign and the contractor sign. On that contract, it should have the time frame on when the work's supposed to be done. Okay, so that's the first thing. Always have an itemized list. The second thing, as you go through your itemized list, you never pay for the work not completed. You only pay for work completed. This is very important. So let's say on the itemized list, you see floors. The contractor says, oh, I need material to do the floors. He may need polyurethane, he may need to buff the floors, he may need to buy the tile. So you go to the supply house or the flooring manufacturer or the flooring retail store with him, and you all buy the materials together. After that, you drop the materials off at the house. Now he has his materials, so there's no complaining. Now, you may want to give him a few $100. Things always come up. So he had petty cash to do things that wasn't really on the itemized list just because things come up. So give him a few $100. That's it. Now, once the contractor says, look, it's going to take me 4 days to do the floors, he completes the floors in 4 days. On that fourth day, you pay him for the floors. That's how that works. Now, typically, the mistake that I have made, which, let's say the contractor is about to do the floors, I'll pay him for the materials and I'll pay him for the labor for the floors. That's a big mistake. You never ever do that. Again, you pay for the materials, you go to the supply house with the contractor, you get all the materials that the contractor needs. After that, when the work is completed in 4 days or 5 days or whatever it states on the contract, you pay him when the job is completed. Now, the reason why you never pay in advance is because the contractor, in my experience, has never been on time. It always takes longer than expected. So you give him, let's say on the itemized list for floors, the amount is $5,000. Let's say that covers the labor and it covers the cost of materials. You pay him the $5,000. You say, he says, oh, it's going to take me 4 days to complete. When the fourth day comes, he's not even 50% done with the job. Now, you're waiting around, the fifth day comes around, he's still not done. Sixth day comes around, still not done. Seventh day, you're like, yo, I thought this was going to be done in 4 days. He's like, oh, this came up, oh, he's giving you excuses. But if you haven't paid him yet, he's going to bust his ass to make sure that he's done in 4 days, no matter what. So it's very motivating for you to hold back that payment to encourage that contractor to do the work on time. So another thing is, if the contractor isn't done with the work on the itemized list in a reasonable time frame, fire him. Bottom line, let him go. Because what's going to happen is you're going to be delayed. Okay? When you have a project, everybody has a schedule. So if one aspect of the schedule isn't completed, it delays every other job that needs to be completed. So let him go. Fire him. That's it. Now, you don't want to be too harsh. However, let's say if the flooring guy in this example finishes, he's like, oh, I need 1 more day just to do some finishing touches. Okay, not a problem. You let him get his, you let him have that last day. But if it extends past 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, fire him. Matter of fact, I would only give the guy 2 days. You get a 2-day grace period to finish it, And if you're not doing a 2-day grace period, I'm gonna hold back. I'm only gonna pay you for the work complete. So another thing, only pay for the work that's on the schedule. Okay? If the work isn't on the schedule, do not allow your contractor to do any work that is not on the schedule. Okay? Be very clear about that. So the reason why you want to make sure that you do not pay in advance for the items on the itemized list and you only pay for work that's been completed is because you have to pay that mortgage bill every month, insurance, taxes, the upkeep. You're on the hook. So it's very serious. These contractors got to get the right. These contractors have to get the job done right and on time so you can move on to the next step, whether that's refinancing, whether that's selling a house, or whatever it may be. You want to get to the next step in a time efficient manner. So pretty much this is how you pay your contractors.